Drake opened his show in Australia. I don't know if you saw this, wearing a black hoodie covered in bullet holes and smoking. Like he was sort of like had a sort of smoke gathering around him. So a writer for BuzzFeed called it a nod to all of the metaphorical shots he's been taking in the public eye. The biggest being Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, of course, winning 5 Grammys this past Sunday. So what do we think? There were people online calling this a bit of a cringe move, other people saying it's iconic. What do you guys think?
Okay, so listen, every good story has to have like a winner and a loser, a villain and a victim. And so what I'm trying to decipher is, where is he positioning himself? What is he actually saying? Is he saying, I took all the shots and I'm the victim and woe is me? Or is he saying, I took all the shots and I'm a survivor and I ain't going anywhere? Like, there's so many interesting places that he could be going. And what is he saying? And I think that's part of it. But ultimately, he's choosing to keep this storyline going.
Yeah.
And that to me is interesting, because he has a third choice, is to completely move on and try to ignore, if that's even possible, ignore this whole Kendrick Lamar scandal. But he made a really interesting choice, and I don't know why.
This isn't a diss track that I'm about to say, but like, doesn't it serve Drake well to sort of be involved with this? Because are people talking about Drake, just Drake full stop, or are people talking about Drake plus this feud more? Do you know what I mean? So it almost serves him well to keep this going.
Like any press is good press?
Yeah.
Kind of, sure.
No, I was just thinking, this might be a totally wrong take, but it's how I feel about him. I think he's maturing. And I'll tell you why. I know it seems immature, the bullet holes.
Isn't he pushing 40?
But I think it's like,
That's the time to grow up.
This to me is the equivalent of like a rap battle dad joke. It really is.
What do you mean?
Here is why. Because he could have turned violent. He could have done another diss track. Instead, he just wore a sweatshirt with a lot of holes and like smoke coming at the back. And he came out and he said, I'm Drake, and he actually said this to the crowd. He said something like, I came out in 2008, it's now 2025, I'm still here, Drizzy Drake from Toronto, still here. So I think he's just, I think it could have been worse, and he's just like, no.
I mean, there was violence. There was violence.
But now I think he's trying to change.
Yeah. Let's not forget, okay, so the artwork for Kendrick Lamar's single, Not Like Us, depicted Drake's house as a sex offenders predators app. So this is a very big dig. As we know in the song, there are allegations that are very strong about Drake being a pedophile. So like, this was a really, really strong allegation, in which we're gonna talk about later on the show about how he's now suing his label. So I just think, I wonder if right after that came out, it wasn't long after that one of his security guards was shot at. And we know the history of rap battles did end in people dying. So I do think it's hard to understand exactly what he means by this, but it does have us talking, and he is still an artist and he is still showing up. And it remains to be seen how this will all be. Like, there are gonna be always people who are like, oh no, like, Team Kendrick, and then there are going to be people who are Team Drake. Like, good for you for trying to make us think about what this all could mean.
I just know. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, it is like Drake had to watch the Grammys. Kendrick won 5, which is as many in one night, which is as many as
For
Drake
that one
won.
song,
You got to see all these famous people dancing to this song, and then now the Super Bowl's coming up. Oof. Kendrick won that Pulitzer Prize back in 2018.
It's been tough.
It's been a tough
It's been tough.
It's been a tough.
I'm going to put a bow on this.
Put a bow on it.
And the bow is going back to the Trump in Canada. I buy Canadian, I support Canadian.
Oh!
I love it.
Okay,
I like that.
Maple syrup and a little Drake.
Hey you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.